Hi everyone! Welcome back to Canadian Finance Journey. My name is Bobby and today's video is a budget with me for September paycheck number 1. I know I haven't been on here too much, but I haven't stopped budgeting. I'm still doing it. I just don't have extra money to showcase, and I'll show you in this one kind of how it's been this whole summer. So September number 1, paycheck number 1 is what that means. So I have 2 incomes. So I am a health information management professional. I work in health records at the hospital in my hometown. And I do have a second hospital that I travel to, or technically 2 different hospitals that I travel to work. And I get compensated for those travels. However, this paycheck is just my regular paycheck. I am a bi-weekly paid employee. And so I put mom number 1 because it's my first paycheck of September, and I do have my husband. He's an apprentice plumber. He's in his first year apprentice. He just finished his first year of college and now he's working. So he is paid weekly and I'm paid bi-weekly. So let's go with, I am budgeting. What am I doing? Okay, so 1875 and 640. So that is my paycheck bi-weekly. This is his paycheck weekly. So this is 25.15 is our pay, like the money that I have to budget for this paycheck. In our bills, we always start with paying our bills. Our bills is what keeps us not homeless, has our car, it keeps us kind of floating. Our first bill is our mortgage. That is an automatic. Every time I get paid, I budget our mortgage because our mortgage payment is bi-weekly as well, and it comes right after I get my paycheck from my job, and that is $5.85 bi-weekly. Our second bill here is our daycare. I have 2 kids. One is 4, one is 3. And they're both in daycare when we are working. Like I work Monday to Friday, 8 to 4, and they are in daycare during that time. My husband works Monday to Friday, 8 to 5:30-ish. So daycare is $160 a week. So every week I take $160 and I send it to daycare. So that is daycare. Our internet. So what I do for our monthly bills is that I have internet, phones, electricity, and subscriptions. Those are our monthly bills. Those ones I divided in 2, and every paycheck or every 2 weeks I put a certain amount aside. So our internet is $75. So it's about $150 a month. So I divide it in 2 and $75 per paycheck or per 2 week. Like whenever I get my paycheck is when I paid the bill. When my husband gets a paycheck and I don't on that midweek or mid paycheck for me, I don't put any of our bills in that paycheck because it's smaller, and I just pay like credit cards, or I just keep it for groceries and our variable expenses for that week. So internet is our first monthly bill that I have on here for $75. I have phones, and this is our cell phones, and they are $70 I'm putting aside. I am still not too sure how much that's going to be, but it's an approximate. We just modified our internet phone plans, so we'll see how that adjusts in the next few months. Our next one is our electricity, and this is for 2 cell phone plans for me and my husband. Electricity is $330 a month, and that's equalized billing. So I'm putting $165 aside from this paycheck. Our subscriptions. This is just for our normal subscriptions, meaning we have Kudo Plus, meaning we have Netflix, Amazon Prime, TELUS TV, and Disney. We have those four for $15 a month. And then I have a subscription for monthly YouTube membership. So that is about $30 a paycheck. And then I kind of modified it a little bit. I have annual bills. So all of the other bills that are not included in here, meaning my car insurance, home insurance, me and my husband's life insurances, our property taxes, my membership for work, what is the other ones? Oh, Google storage, our Costco membership, vehicle registrations, vehicle inspections, those kinds of things that are just once a year kind of thing, those go in here. Just to make it simpler for when I budget, I just decided to add up all of my yearly bills and divide it in 12 or in 26 to make it twice a month. And that means I have to put aside $430 aside my paychecks, just to cover all the annual bills. And if you've watched a few of my videos, I have mentioned that all of those bills are from January to July. It's a busy 7 months on bills. It's over $10,000 in those 7 months. It's ridiculous. So this year I was still working my numbers and still working my budget. So I was not totally prepared. I thought I was, but I was not. And I kind of struggled a little bit in July, but that's okay. I worked through it and I adjusted my budget for next year. So I am going to be more prepared this year than I was next year than I was this year. That's the whole idea of budgeting, right? You try to improve it as you go. So that totals $1,515, all of these bills. So if I take this minus this, I have $1,000 left to budget. There. So from that, I just purchased the hardware. So we are rebuilding our back patio, the back of our house patio, a porch, technically. We are rebuilding that. So we took down the old one because it was rotting. We had our house for a year and a half now. So we took down that porch and now we are gonna have to rebuild that new porch. So what I did this paycheck is went to the store when I got my paycheck and put money aside for my bills. I had $1,000 left. I went to the store, the hardware store, and purchased all the hardware, meaning, what are they? Joy hoist, nails, screws, the poles for the posts for the patio, those kinds of things. And that totaled $520. So this is going to go under home maintenance. So I took $520. I took it right from my checking account to pay for these things. So that took out $520. So now I only have $480 left to budget. And honestly, to make it as simple as possible for me, because I really wanted to not put this on credit card and I want to start paying off my credit cards, I wanted to use up some cash debit card, like cash money debit card. So whatever I had left, and I had already kind of had that in my mind, this is going to be left as a buffer in my debit account. So I can purchase groceries, gas, if I need like diapers for the kids, if we're going out to eat. We are using our debit card a lot more often. Credit cards less often, so we try to pay it off. So that's why I left it all in my buffer in my checking account. So this is where technically all our 2 paychecks, they went. Bills, a little bit on the house, and then everything else is going to be for living. And that's why the last few times that I've had paychecks, they've been similar to this. Like this one, I didn't even put money aside for credit cards. What I did in the last few paychecks is if, well, like whatever I had here, I would keep a little bit in my buffer and then put like, let's say $200 of this would go into my credit card. And I just tried to live as lean as I could in terms of spending. So let's just say my freezers and my fridge are pretty bare at this moment because we actually have been using them quite nicely, to be honest. And they need to use up at some point. So it's been definitely helping on our grocery budget, our grocery spending. We've been definitely a lot better. Eventually we'll have to do a restock, but that's okay. For now, it's all working out. We're trying to get this porch build up. So now I just need to get all the wood pieces. And that's going to be like a $2,000 price. I got a few, what's the term? Quotes. I got a few quotes for the wood, and it's about $2,000 just to get the wood for the porch. It's ridiculous. Anyways, it is what it is. I am so thankful that my dad is gonna help us build it. He's a carpenter by trade, so he's just a jack of all trades. He can do everything. So he's gonna help us build it, and we're gonna save on that part of building the porch. So that's a godsend, to be honest. It's still a pricey add-on to our house, but it's okay. We need a new porch. It was getting dangerous at the point that we had it. And, at some point you need to put money into your house to get it to a point where it's safe and functional for you and your family. So building this porch is definitely one of our financial goals for me and my family for 2025. So I'm happy that we will eventually get to crossing those off the to-do list, the financial goals. So that is fine with me. So that is how boring my paychecks have been. No cash stuffing this time, but at least you get to see where the money's going. I kind of don't have extras, and that is fine with me. At least I'm slowly paying off the credit card, and my ultimate goal is to be credit card debt free by the end of the year, and I'm really working towards that. So I'm not too sure. I didn't actually do the numbers to see if it was actually feasible, but I'm working on it. So I'm decreasing it, and that's the important part. So I know that the $2,000 or whatever for the wood might go on there, but it is what it is. I have to get it in the summer. That's the only time you can build a porch. This winter, I can pay off the credit card. So anyways, I appreciate you guys for sticking around, watching my budget with me, seeing how boring sometimes budgets can be. You pay bills, and that's about it. But it is part of life, and you have to do what you got to do, right? And this is your journey and nobody else's, and you just do you. Just do you, boo. I appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.